Hello, good evening. Very good evening to you all. Am I audible? If I'm audible, you can just give me a thumbs up, okay? So, fine. Welcome again. Welcome back. Myself, Amala and Jose from Gosco Learning. We are the fastest growing edtech in GCC. Okay. So, let me check whether I'm audible or not. Then we can start. Okay. Fine. So, what you are discussing or what you are listening to, yeah, it's about the different question sections which has came for 2023 previous year question paper. As you know, there are five sets of question paper. From all those five sets of question paper, I have extracted only the biology questions. Okay, I think other sample papers discussed by Alkamam and Porser in the previous talks. And so you are so close to the examination, and after 2 days, you will be having English examination. Before starting this class, let me say a very good luck for your English examination. So, fine. So I will be going directly into the class without wasting our time. So let's go. Fine. So first question, you can read the question and then you can give the answer for that question. Okay. So the question is previous year, that is 2023. Fine. So this is the first question. You can read the question first. See, consider the following statements about a small intestine and sorry, and select the one which is not correct. Okay, here are few statements. Here it is given a few statements about small intestine. We have to check which is the correct answer, not correct answer. Okay, so the length of the small intestine in animals differs that depends on the type of food they eat. Okay, so this we have learned, right? So what's the answer? Yes, this statement is actually correct. Okay, we have the comparison with herbivores and also we have the comparison with the carnivores, right? So herbivores, they have a long small intestine. Or carnivores, they have a small intestine, right? Small intestine. Why? It's because it is based purely based on the food they eat. You know, if you consider herbivores, okay, herbivores, if you consider herbivores, you know, herbivores eat only the grass, okay, so which is made up of, it is actually, we can say, they are plant eating organism, and the plant, the cell wall is made up of cellulose, and it is very difficult to break down the cellulose. So it, we or the herbivores, they need a long intestine to break down the cellulose. Okay, so that is the condition for the cellulose. Then second statement, what is the second statement? The small intestine is the complete digestion of this food. Yeah, that is also a correct statement, right? So the first two statements are correct. Then what is the statement 3? The small intestine receives secretions from liver and pancreas. Is that statement true? Yes, that statement is also true. They receive the secretion from liver and pancreas. Okay, so you know pancreas has the pancreatic juices, okay, which composed of trypsin and lipase. Where liver, it secretes what? Bile juice, right? So if those two is there, that secretions or their secretions will be a very important, or they play a very important role in the digestion, which is taking part in the small intestine. So that statement is also correct. So next statement, what is the next statement? The villi is the small intestine absorbs water from the unabsorbed food before it gets removed from the body via the anus. Okay, so it is about the villi. You know the villi. Villi is actually for the reabsorption, right? So what is actually reabsorbed there? The nutrients will be reabsorbed there. Okay, so water, you know, water is actually reabsorbed inside the intestine. Inside which part of intestine? It is in the next part. Okay, large intestine. Water, maximum amount of water will be reabsorbed in large intestine. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, which is a wrong statement. Okay, so next question, we are going to the second question. What is the second question? The statement that correctly describe the characteristics of a gene. Okay, it is about gene. You know what is a gene, right? So if you consider a gene, what is a gene? What is a gene? It is the unit which is present. Okay, it is a unit, a heritable unit which is present inside the chromosome, or let's say gene itself, we can say the DNA. Okay, so what is the gene? What is the different statement? We have to choose the correct statement here. So what are the different statements given here? In individuals of a given species, a specific gene is located on a particular chromosome. Okay, so that is the first statement. So let's say what is the second statement? A gene is not the information source for making proteins in the cell. This is a wrong statement. Okay, actually gene is giving the information for proteins in the cells. Okay, so that statement is wrong. Each chromosome has only one gene located all along its length. There are different genes, right? In particular chromosome, if you consider a single chromosome, the single chromosome may carry more than one genes. Okay, so that statement is also wrong. Then all the inherited traits in human beings are not controlled by genes. So we have two types of traits, right? What are the two types of traits you studied in the fourth chapter? That is heredity. It's about acquired trait and it was about inherited trait. You know what is acquired trait and what is inherited trait, right? So you know if you are very good in singing, right? So singing, or if you are very good in drawing, you will polish the character, right? That drawing, or if you are running, if you are jumping, that if you are cycling, that all characteristic features, that features are actually acquired by our lifetime. If you are playing a violin, it is not actually by birth. It is not for your, or it is not your knowledge by birth. Okay, that we are acquiring it, right? So that kind of traits are known as acquired trait, whereas we have intelligence, right? So that is actually an inherited trait where we get it from our parents. Okay, so that are the two different types of traits where the statements clearly state that all the inherited traits in a human beings are not controlled by genes. No, inherited character, it is completely controlled by what? It is completely controlled by genes. Okay, so what is the first statement? In individuals given in a species, a specific gene is located on a particular chromosome. Okay, so what is the correct statement? Okay, what is the correct statement? What is the correct statement? This is a wrong statement. Okay, this is also wrong statement, so we can say this one as statement A is the correct statement. Okay, so next question. What is the next question? Select the following correct statement about trophic movement in plants. Okay, we have two types of movement in plants. Okay, one is nastic movement and the second one is trophic movement. So what is the difference between nastic movement and trophic movement? Okay, can you comment what is the difference between, what is the difference between nastic movement and trophic movement? Yeah, so if we could see about nastic movement, it is not in the movement. Okay, so for example, we consider touch me not. You know the plant touch me not. Do you know the plant touch me not? Yeah, if you consider touch me not plant, if you go and just touch the plant, it droops. Okay, but after some times it regains its a proper its structure. Okay, but when you are considering the trophic movement, the trophic movement is a directional dependent growth. Okay, it has a particular direction. It is a growth dependent movement. Okay, it is a growth dependent movement. Okay, so or we have studied that there are different types of trophism present in plants. It is phototrophism, the movement of plants towards the light. Okay, then hydrotrophism, the movement of plants towards the water. Then chemotrophism, the the moment of plants towards the chemical. Okay, so one trophism. Is there any more trophism? Yeah, geotrophism. What is geotrophism? It is the moment of plants towards gravity. Okay, everything is towards the stimulus. Okay, that is the difference between trophic movement and nastic movement. Okay, so let's statement and we could say what is the answer. So what this? Select the following correct statement about trophic movement in plants. Okay, it is about what it is about. The question is about trophic movement. Okay, so you have to think about the three important points of trophic movement. That it is towards the direction. It is a directional growth. Okay, it is a directional growth and it is also growth dependent movement. Okay, growth dependent movement. That 2 points should be there in the mind. Okay, then next, what are the different options given? Let's read each one one by one. It is due to stimulus of touch and temperature. Okay, is it due to the stimulus of touch and temperature? No, it's not. Then it is upon the direction of stimulus received. No, it does depends upon the direction of stimulus received. Okay. Then the third one, it is absorbed only in roots and stems. Is it absorbed only in the roots and stems? Yeah, it is only absorbed only in the roots and not in stem. No, it is absorbed in both root and stem. So that statement is also exactly wrong. Then what's statement B? What we could say about B? Statement B. It's a growth related movement. Yes, of course, it is growth related movement. We just discussed it. So what is option here? The correct option here is it is growth related movement. Okay, so that is clear for you. It is a very important part where you have to focus more. Okay, three types of trophism. Okay, let's discuss it once again. We have studied what are the two types. Yeah, the two types are the first one, it is nastic movement. Okay, nastic movements. It's about trophic movements. Okay, nastic movement, trophic movement. What are the two differences? Nastic movement, it is growth independent. Okay, it is growth independent. Okay, independent. So if you consider trophic movement, they are growth dependent. Okay, growth dependent. Okay, then next one, if you consider nastic movement. Okay, nastic movement, there is no direction for nastic movement. Okay, no direction for the growth or for the movement for the nastic movement. But this is actually having a particular directional, or we could say it is a directional growth or movement, whatever it is. Okay, so what are the different types of traffic movements? What are the different types of traffic movements? Okay, let's say what are the different types of traffic movements? Okay, so let's say what are the different traffic movement? Yeah. So if you consider the particularly the traffic movements, what are the traffic movements? You know the traffic movements, right? I have just mentioned what are the different traffic movements. Yeah. What are they? What are they? Let's say first one it is phototrophism. Okay, phototrophism. You have to study what is phototrophism and about what is the positive phototrophism and which part shows the negative phototrophism. That we will be discussing in the coming question. Just before that, we should know. Yeah, it is second one. It is chemotrophism. Okay, second one it is chemotrophism. Third one, what is the third one? Third one we could say it is hydrotrophism. Okay, hydrotrophism, where you could say it is a movement of plants towards the water. Okay, stimulus is water here. Stimulus is written in the first word. Okay, photo means light, chemo means chemical is the stimulus, hydro means water is the stimulus. Okay, and the fourth one it is geotrophism. Okay, geotrophism. What is geo is gravity. Okay, so if the movement plant is towards the gravity, then we could say that it is geotrophism. Okay, and both root and shoot takes part in this trophic movement, and we will discuss the positive and negative trophism in the upcoming questions. Is it clear for you? If it is clear, you can give me a thumbs. Okay, if it is clear, you can give me thumbs. Okay, fine. So we'll be moving to the next question. Next question, yeah. Select the incorrect match between the plant and its vegetative part from the following. Yeah, it is clearly given there, right? So what are the different propagation? When you know about vegetative propagation, right? What is different vegetative propagation mode or method? So we could say the vegetative propagation, it is completely depending upon what we can say. Yeah, different parts of the plants. Okay, either it was stem or the root or the three parts can be used for the propagation, vegetative propagation, where it is an asexual mode of reproduction. Yeah. So here there are given examples we could see which is incorrect, which is not the correct one. Fine. So what is the different option given here? The different option given here is bryophyllum. It is there in the textbook itself, right? Bryophyllum, leaf. Okay, so that is a correct one, correct match. Then potato, stem. Yeah, fine. Potato is actually the stem. Then money plant stem is also taken for the propagation. Fine, that is also correct. Then last you see rose. Okay, we're planting the rose every time, right? What part we will be taking for the propagation? We'll take for the propagation is the stem part, but here it is given as root. So what is wrong here? So rose is combined with the combination given for rose is root. What is the answer? What is the answer? You can comment. Yeah, fine. So we'll be moving next question. Okay, so let's see what is the question. It's an assertion reason question. Yes, yes, Vishwa. Hi. Okay, so fine. Then what is the question given here? The genes inherited from parents decides the sex of a child. Yeah, it's parent, but particularly what is the correct answer? It should be from the father. Okay, genes inherited from the parents decides the sex of a child. Yeah, fine. That is correct statement. Then male child is inherited from his father. Okay, so if you could consider the male child, if X and Y, if X and Y, this is sex determination in human beings, right? If X and Y, what is X and Y? XY is the chromosomal pattern for what? For males. Okay, so Y, it is coming from where? It's coming from father or male. Okay, so next one, it is X. Obviously, it will be coming from whom? It will be coming from mother or the female. Okay, so the second statement is just wrong. So we could say A is true and R is wrong. So next one, next question. It's also an assertion reasoning question where you have to answer. Okay, so here what is the question? Blood clotting prevents excessive loss of blood. Okay, have you heard about blood clotting? Blood clotting. Okay, so what is actually blood clotting? Blood clotting, if you have a wound on your cut or a small cut on your hands or wherever it is, all of a sudden, after a few minutes, the blood it gets bleed. Okay, so few minutes after, what happens? It gets clotted with the help of platelets. Okay, so in grade 11 and 12, 11th, there is a chapter. Okay, where it describes in detail what is the mechanism of actual blood clotting. Okay, so that is blood clotting prevents the excessive loss of blood. Yes, correct. Yeah, fine. The statement is correct. Okay, then second reason. What is the reason given here? Blood clotting is due to the plasma and white blood cells present in the blood. Okay, it is correct, right? So actually, it is because of the platelets. Okay, so we can see the statement A is correct, but R is wrong. Okay. So next question. Next question. Read the question properly. Yeah, Vishwa. Hi, hi. So what is the question here? Process in which loss of water in the form of vapors from the aerial parts takes place is X. Okay, the process, what is the process given here? The process given here is X. Okay, while helps in Y. Okay, sorry, which helps in the process of Y. Okay, so what we have to find, what is actually X and okay, so what is X and Y? So see the process in which loss of water in the form of vapors from the aerial parts of the plant. So what is the aerial parts? It is actually the stem part and the leaf part. Okay, stem part and the leaf part. Part of the plant. Okay, and the process actually the process takes place in X. Okay, that process takes place in X, which helps in Y. So we have to find out X as the organ, okay, and Y as the process. Okay, X as the organ and Y as the process. Okay, so what will be the answer here? See, X. Okay, fine. X is not the organ. X is the process. Okay, fine. X is the process and how it is moving. Okay, so let's see once again. Let's see, read the question. Okay, the process in which loss of water in the form of water vapors from the aerial parts of the plant. That is actually transpiration. Okay, transpiration, which helps in transpiration. What is transpiration? It helps in what process? It helps in photosynthesis, or it helps in temperature regulation, or it helps in the movement of soluble parts of photosynthesis in phloem. Okay, then next one, translocation and absorption of water and minerals from the soil by roots. So what is actually the correct answer? Transpiration and photosynthesis. Okay, transpiration and photosynthesis. Is that correct? Second option is the correct one where we can go with transpiration and the temperature regulation. Okay, so next one, what is the next question? What is the next question? Yeah. Compared to the terrestrial organism, the rate of breathing in aquatic organism is okay. It is about the terrestrial organism and it is about the aquatic organism. Okay, so what is faster and which is why the breathing of aquatic organism is more? That is the question. So different statements. Again, the statements have been given. 4 statements is given. We have to analyze the 4 different statements and give the correct answer. Okay, fine. So what is the first statement given here? The first statement indicates or said that Faster because, okay, what is faster? Breathing in aquatic organism is faster because they need more oxygen for the survival. Okay, so that is the first statement. Let's see. Faster because the amount of dissolved oxygen in water is fairly low. Okay, then third statement, slower because the amount of dissolved oxygen in water is fairly low. Then slower because the capacity of water of dissolving atmospheric air is limited. Okay, so in the text, it is clearly given the statement as such. What is the given statement? Okay, the organism, they will have a faster rate of breathing. Faster rate of breathing. Why? Because of the dissolved oxygen which is present in water is fairly low. Okay, so that is the correct option. The next question. Okay, what is the next question given here? Considering the following two statements, okay, what have to consider? The two statements is given. You have to consider the two different statements, okay. So let's see what is the statements. The trait that express itself in F1 generation, okay. So you have to study the term trait, okay. Then you have to understand what is F1 generation. Then only you can write the answer for this question, okay. That is the first statement. Say, what is the second statement? The trait that keeps on passing from one generation to another generation. Okay, that is the statement, second statement. So here, the appropriate terms in statement 1 and statement 2 respectively. Okay, term we have to identify. Okay, the trait that express itself in F1 generation. Is there any recessive gene in F1 generation? Is there any recessive gene in F1 generation? Okay, so for that we can just have the crows. Okay, what we have to just write the monohybrid crows. Let's see the monohybrid crows. Okay, so fine. So Mendel, what is the experimental plant he has chosen for his experiment? What is his experimental plant? Yes, it is pea plant. What plant it is? Pea plant. Okay, so pea plant is the plant for which he has taken for his experiment. Okay, so why he has chosen pea plant for his experiment? That is another question where you can give the answer. Okay, the pea plant is the flower of the pea plant is a bisexual flower. Okay, it is a bisexual flower where male and female part or reproductive structures were present in a single similar flower. Okay, so we can go with both cross pollination and self pollination. That is one important thing. Second important thing is this lifespan is very short. Okay, if we are doing some experiments, the result should be obtained, right? So that result was very fast if you take the what kind of plant we plant. Okay, so that is the importance or that is the reason why Mendel has chosen his experimental plant as pea plant. So he has observed, he has done many experiments, and what experiment monohybrid crows and dihybrid crows was this experiment. So we can say what is monohybrid. Mono means single, hybrid. Okay, single character was taken and two traits was observed. Okay, if we consider a single character as height of the plant is one of the character. Okay, let's take the height of the plant as a character. What is the character? Height. Okay, height of the plant. This is the character. Height of the plant is the character chosen. Okay, this is the character chosen. Okay, so if you could consider this character is having two traits. What are the two traits for this character? Okay, what are the two traits? The traits observed here was tall. Okay, and then next one it is dwarf. Okay, tall and dwarf was the character or traits observed. So how we will be writing this? How we will be writing this in the gene, in the terms of gene, in the terms of gene? Okay, so let's say the monohybrid cross. If someone is asking you to write the monohybrid cross, you have to write like this. How parents phenotype. First, you have to represent the parents' phenotype. Phenotype means the expressed character, right? The expressed trait. So, what is the expressed trait? One is tall. Okay, one is tall. It is crossed with dwarf plant. Okay, one is tall and the other one is dwarf. Next, you have to write parents. Okay, parents genotype. Okay, parents genotype. What is parents genotype? The parents genotype is, we are representing it with capital letter T. Okay, and the dwarf, we are representing it with small t, small t. Okay, small t and small t. Okay, is capital T, small t, where we could say that this plant is, this plant is actually F1 generation. Okay, this is F1 generation where you can observe the plant trait. Okay, where you can observe the plant trait as tall plant. What plant it is? Tall plant. Okay, so next if you could say F2 generation, if you consider F2 generation, okay, what is F2? F2 is F1 is crossed with F1, where you could say capital T, okay, where you could say capital T, okay, fine. Let's erase this. Okay, fine. So we'll take another color for crossing. Capital T, small t is crossed with capital T, small t. So what are the gametes here? Capital T is one gamete, small t is another gamete. Capital T is one gamete, small t is another gamete. Okay, so fine. Let's cross this. Okay, let's draw a Punnett square. So we can draw it. Capital T is there. Okay, male side and female side. Capital T, small t. Okay, and then capital T again, then small t again. If we cross it and write, then first what we get, capital T, capital T, small t. Okay, then here capital T and small t comes together, and here small t and small t comes together and forms dwarf. Okay, so how many tall and how many short is observed here? Okay, then tall plant is to dwarf plant. That was the phenotypic ratio. Okay, so phenotypic ratio was 3 is to 1. Okay, then next we could know about the genotypic ratio. Okay, what are the different genotypes present here? What are the different genotypes? What are the different genotype present? Yeah, it is capital T is to capital T, small t is to small t, small t. So how many capital T you can observe here? You can observe how many capital T's? Yeah, it is only one. Okay, whereas capital T, small t, it is two. So then small t, it is okay, fine. So that is also one. So the genotypic ratio, what is the genotypic ratio? The genotypic ratio of a monohybrid cross is always, yeah, it is 1 is to 2 is to 1. Okay. Okay. So next you see, if you consider the phenotypic ratio, what is the phenotypic ratio? The phenotypic ratio of a monohybrid cross will be always 3 is to 1. Okay. What is the ratio? The ratio is always 3 is to 1. So my dear students, whenever you are studying, you have to keep in mind the monohybrid cross. Okay. Monohybrid cross. Okay, where you have to study always the ratio of a monohybrid cross is or phenotypic. Okay, phenotypic ratio of a monohybrid cross. What is the phenotypic ratio? The phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1. Okay, what is the genotypic ratio? Okay, what is the genotypic ratio? What is the genotypic ratio? It is 1 is to 2 is to 1. Put it in the box. Okay, make it in a box and study that. Okay, make it in a box and study that. Okay, fine. Is it clear? Is it clear? Fine. Okay, very good. So, fine. Then next we are going to see the questions. We were discussing the question, right? So, we'll say the question once again. So, this is the question. The trait that express itself in F1 generation. Okay. What is the trait? What is the trait? Sorry, one second. Okay. So, what is the trait which is expressed in F1 generation? That is capital T and small t, where we could say that it is a dominant trait. Okay. Then the trait that keeps on passing from one generation to another generation. Which is the thing or which is the trait that keeps on passing from one generation to next generation without expressing? It was recessive trait, but here the terms we have given as inherited trait and recessive trait, which is most apt one. The inherited trait is most apt one. So the option is C. Okay, what is the option? The option is C. Okay, is it clear now? Is it clear now for you? Okay, so that's for about monohybrid cross. Okay, that's about monohybrid cross. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? So just go through the next question. Just go through the next question. So we'll be moving to the next question. The part in which gustatory receptors are present in our body. Okay. The part in which gustatory receptors are present in our body is inner ear, skin, tongue, inner lining of nose. Okay. Inner lining of nose. So for this question, it's an easy question, right? So what is the answer for this question? Okay, this answer is tongue. Okay, gustatory receptors are present in tongue. Okay, so nose, what does the nose and skin? Skin, it is more receptors. What receptors is present in skin? It is thick more. Ear, phonoreceptors are present. Okay. Then nose, olfactory receptors are present in nose. Okay. So you have to learn that. Also, because this chapter is control and coordination, where you could understand the different terms. Okay, like stimulus, receptors. Okay, reflex arc. When you're studying reflex arc, the first thing you have to learn is about only the first one is about the receptors. Okay, so these are the different receptors which receives the stimulation. Okay, external stimuli. Okay, fine, clear. Okay, so next question. What is the next question? This is also another important question and it's an easy question. Okay, so what is the question given here? The bacterial and viral infection that may cause due to unsafe sex factors respectively are. Okay, so you know that statement is clearly given in the textbook. Only two diseases or bacterial diseases and viral diseases you have to infections you have to study. The first one, bacterial disease, they are, yeah, it is gonorrhea and syphilis, whereas viral disease it's warts and HIV. So what is the question given here? Bacterial and viral infection. Okay, bacterial and viral infection. So one is should be bacterial and one should be the viral. This is viral. Okay, this is actually viral. Okay, then again this one is bacterial and this is the combination of bacterial disease and viral disease. Syphilis is bacterial disease. Okay, or bacterial infection. What's is viral infection. Okay, so that is also clear. Fine. Okay, fine. Then next question. What is this question? Read the question. Fine. Read the question. Okay. So observe the following diagram and identify the process and significance from the following option. Okay. So what is the question? What is the question? Observe the following diagram. Yeah, it's like a plant only, right? Fine. So this is a plant. Let's consider this is a okay, fine. Then next you see what is the process. When they are explaining the process, we have to identify the significance from the following options. Okay. Here you can see the water. It is actually taken, okay, and it is given to the different parts of the plant and water vapor. It is going out as the water vapor through the leaf. Okay. So fine. So evaporation maintains what content in leaf cells? No, it's not evaporation. It's not just evaporation, right? So that's not a correct one. Then second one, yeah, transpiration creates a suction force which pulls water inside the plant. There is a chance for this answer, right? So let we can keep it aside. Okay. So C, option C, you see excretion. Excretion, you know, it is the removal of waste from the plant or even from the human body. It is not excretion. So C is that excretion. It helps in excreting out waste water from the plant. So that's a wrong statement. It's not excretion. Okay. The next last question. What is last? Yeah. The last one, the translocation, it helps in transporting material from one cell to the another cell. Okay, so there are two chances here given here. One is transpiration. You know what is transpiration, right? It is also for water vapor. Okay, so transpiration is the correct answer here. Okay, so fine. So that is also clear for this diagram. Okay, so then next one, next question. Can you give the answer for this question? Okay, read the question. Okay, so what is the question given here? What is the question given here? Of closing of the stomata. Okay, so what is the question here? Opening and closing of the stomata is due to. Opening and closing of the stomata is due to. So what is the answer? Anyone, can you give the answer for this question? Let me see. Okay, what is the reason for opening and closing of the stomata? What is the reason for opening and closing of the stomata? What are the different reasons given? What are the different reasons? Yeah, it is high pressure of gas inside the cell. Is that high pressure of gas inside the cell? No, it's not about the high pressure. Okay. So next question, next option, movement of water in and out of the guard cell. Yes, it is the movement of water in and out of the guard cells. That statement is also given in the textbook earlier. So next you see stimulus of light in the guard cells. Stimulus of light inside the guard cells. Okay. Then option D, diffusion of carbon dioxide in and out of the guard cell. That is also wrong. So what is the correct option here? Opening and closing of stomata is due to. Okay. Opening and closing of the stomata is due to movement of water in and out of the guard cell. It is completely due to in and out water movement of water in and out of the guard cells. So we'll be moving to the next question. Okay, so this is also another important question. Where it is from? Where it is from? This chapter is this question from V, capital V, capital V. From that you got that it is from only heredity. Okay, so you can say a cross between pea plant. Again, pea plant. Okay, just before we have listened about the cross of the pea plant. So that was the characters taken there was it is height of the plant. So here what is the character taken? Yeah, it is white flower and pea plant with violet flowers. Okay, that means flower color. Okay, flower color. So what is the flower color chosen here? Flower color is the character. What is the character? Flower color is the character. Okay, so that is given. So we have two traits. We have two traits. What is the two traits? Yeah, flower color is given. Two traits is there. That is violet is there and it is closed with white. Violet is closed with white, where a capital V and small v. Okay, so that is the parent, that is the result or that is the details given in the question. Result in a progeny in which the ratio of violet and white flowers will be. Okay, so the ratio of violet white flowers is asking. Okay, that means it is a phenotypic ratio. Just now we have studied what is the phenotypic ratio of a monohybrid cross, right? What is the phenotypic ratio? Yeah, it is purely 3:1. Okay, so here you have to think if it was asked about the opposite condition, you have to write in opposite. That is 1:3. Here it is clearly mentioned that the ratio of violet flower. So you have to write violet. How many violet is there? After the close, you will be getting 3. Okay, so how many white will be there? Yeah, after the close, you will be getting white as 1. Okay, so the ratio of violet with white is 3:1. What is the ratio? Is to 1 is the answer for this question. Okay, is it clear for you? Is it clear? Okay, so next question. Cytokinin. In plants, the role of cytokinin. So my question, what is cytokinin? What's cytokinin? Yeah. So cytokinin, it's a hormone. It's a plant hormone. What is that? Hormone where plant hormone helps in the growth and development of the plant. Okay, so you know the different groups or the different hormones present in plants, right? So what is the important hormone? The one of the important hormone is oxygen, then ethylene, then you can say abscisic acid, cytokinin. Okay, these are the plant hormones present. Okay, so now question asked here is about cytokinin. Okay, so before going into the question, what is the cyto indicates? Okay, from grade 8th you are studying cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, right? Cyto means cell, plasm means okay, cytoplasm, cell matrix, right? Cytoplasm is the cell matrix of the cell. You will learn like that. Right? So what is cyto? Cyto clearly indicates that it again indicates that it is cell. Okay. Again, another one, kinin. Okay, kinin. Okay, so this is the next term. Kinin is the next term. So you have learned mitosis and meiosis in grade about a small cell division. You have learned, right? Mitosis and yeah, kinesis means it is actually the division. Okay, kinesis. The term kinesis in biology, it clearly indicates that something is dividing. Okay, kinesis means division. Kinesis means division. Yeah, kinesis means division. Okay, division. So you understood from the simple word itself, you can understand. You can understand the role of cytokinin. Okay, what is the role of cytokinin? Yeah, very good, very good. Jerome, very good, Jerome. What is the function? What is the function? The function, important function is it promotes cell division. Okay, it promotes cell division. Very good. Okay, so next you see wilting of leaf. Wilting of leaf. What is the hormone which controls wilting of leaf? Wilting of leaf is actually controlled by abscisic acid. Okay, that is then helps the growth of the stem. Helps the growth of the stem. It is gibberellin. Okay, promotes the opening of stomatal pore. It's not for you, but for your knowledge, it is actually done by abscisic acid. Okay, it is done by abscisic acid. So fine. Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you? Fine. So we'll be moving to the next question. Okay. Okay. So this is the next question where you have to find about the sphincter muscles. So do you know what is sphincter muscles? What is sphincter muscles? The muscles which controls the movement of the molecules from one part of to the, or not molecules, the product, okay, of from one place to next place. So where you can find the sphincter muscles, that is the question. Where you can find the sphincter muscles? Where you can find the sphincter muscles? Okay, so here what is the correct answer? Correct. What is the correct answer for this question? Sphincter muscles are present at the exit of. Okay, no answer is coming. Jerome, are you there? If you're there, then give me the answer. Vishwa, Jerome. Yeah. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, fine. So the answer here is, what is the answer here? The answer here is stomach and anus. Okay, what is the answer? Stomach and anus. It's simple. It's a simple as it is, right? So that sphincter muscles helps the food particles to move into this from stomach to the next part, that is to the small intestine. Okay. Then from large intestine to the out of the body, that is anus. Okay. So next question. What is the next question? Yeah, during vigorous exercise. Yeah. What is this? During vigorous exercise, you have to think, you have to go your mind to respiration. Okay. Vigorous exercise. Okay. So cramps, muscle cramps. It is discussed about muscle cramps. Okay. So the occurrence of cramps in the outer muscles of athlete is due to the conversion of pyruvate. Okay, conversion of pyruvate to. Okay, conversion of pyruvate. So you know the respiration, two types of respiration, right? Aerobic respiration, okay, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration is present. Okay, so where you can see the glucose, okay, glucose, it is converted in the first step. Glucose is converted into pyruvate. Yeah, glucose is converted into pyruvate. Okay, and where does this takes place? This takes place in cytoplasm. Okay, so in the question it is clearly given about the cramps, right? So pyruvate, it is in the absence of oxygen. Okay, that is anaerobic respiration. The pyruvate, it will be converted into lactic acid in muscles. Okay, lactic acid in muscles. So what is the answer here? Glucose or pyruvate, it is converted into lactic acid. Okay, is the process taking place in mitochondria? Pyruvate is converted into lactic acid. Where does the process takes place? Where does the process takes place? That process is also taking place inside the cytoplasm. It is not taking place inside the mitochondria. Okay, if it is an aerobic respiration, the process takes place in mitochondria, where you can see this is clearly stating that it is anaerobic respiration, and that anaerobic respiration takes place in the cytoplasm of muscle cells, which leads to accumulation of these lactic acid. Okay, accumulation of this lactic acid creates muscle muscle cramps. Okay, muscle cramps. Okay, fine. So this is very easy question. So next we will begin on to the next question. So what is the next question? See, plants which bear unisexual flowers. Okay, so there are two types of flowers, right? What are the two types of flowers? One is bisexual flowers and the second one is unisexual flowers. Okay, so those flowers which contains only one type of reproductive structures, either male or female, or either stamen or carpel, we could say that it is unisexual flowers. Okay, what are bisexual flowers? Those flowers which contains both the reproductive structure, that is carpel and stamen in a single flower, we call it as bisexual flower. Okay, so clearly the question is about unisexual flowers. What are the unisexual flowers? Yes, what is the answer? The unisexual flowers are watermelon and papaya. Okay, bisexual. Example for bisexual flowers. Example for bisexual flowers. It is mustard and hibiscus. Okay, mustard and hibiscus. Okay, clear? Okay, so when one question is coming, you have to think about many questions. Okay, fine. So next, we'll go to the next question. Okay, when an egg-bearing sperm fertilizes the egg, the resulting zygote has the following combination of the chromosome. Okay, so what is the question? Yeah, what is the question? Jerome is giving the answer for all the questions. Very good, Jerome. So, right, so say give the answer for this question too. When an egg-bearing sperm fertilizes the egg, the resulting zygote has following combination of chromosome. Eggs-bearing sperm. Okay, so clearly they are telling the statement it is X bearing sperm. Okay, so we could say XX is the female, and for the male, we have it is close to it XY. Okay, so the gametes will be X from the females, it will be always X, and here X and here Y. Okay, so if X and X is crossed, then we could say that the baby is baby girl. Okay, and if X and Y is crossed, the baby is a boy baby. Okay, we're not writing baby for boy. Okay, okay, yeah, fine. So XY is boy. So we could say what combination of chromosome is here? What combination of chromosome is present in zygote? Here it is clearly asking about the zygote. So you must remember it is 44 plus XX or 44 plus XY. Okay, so what is the answer here? 44 plus XY or 44 plus XX? Sperm is actually containing X chromosome. The sperm is actually containing what chromosome? The sperm. Okay, the sperm is containing actually the X chromosome. X chromosome. Okay, so the zygote will be, the produce will be XX. Okay, so what will be the answer here? What will be the answer here? 44 plus XX will be the answer. Okay, 44 plus XX will be the answer for this question. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? If it is done, you can give me some thumbs. Okay, which makes me boost or which gives me boost to can discuss more questions. Yeah. So, fine. So we'll get to the next question. Okay. So we'll be going to the next question. Yeah. It is assertion. Tell me what is the answer for this assertion reasoning question. Yeah, Nihal. Tell me, Nihal, what is the answer for this question? Yeah. Okay, so what is the question given here? The walls atria are thicker than those of ventricle. Is that so? Is that so? Yeah. The walls of atria are thicker, right? Yeah, yes, it is. Then ventricles have to pump blood into various organs at high pressure. Okay, ventricles have to pump blood into various organs. Okay, so what is the answer for this question? What is the answer for this question? What is this answer for this question? No options. Option A, option B, option C, option D. You know the different options for assertion reasoning, right? Option A, I didn't mention the different options here. What is option A? Okay, for assertion reasoning question, you know both assertion and reason are true. What is the first statement? Yeah. Then second statement, it is assertion is true and assertion and reason are true, but reason is not correct explanation of assertion. Then assertion is true, but reason is false. Then you can say assertion is false and reason is true. Okay, so these are the different four options. Then tell me, what is the answer for this question? The walls of atria are thicker than those of ventricles. Okay, no answer for this question. You don't have any answer for this question. Yeah. A is true actually. The walls of Atria is actually thick, right? Is it thick or thin? Is it thick or thin? Give me the answer. A is false, R is true. Yeah. Okay. So we could say R is true. Ventricles have to pump blood into various organs at high pressure. Yeah, it's correct statement. Okay. So A is a false statement. Then next we could go to the next question. Next assertion reasoning question. This is also is an easy question where it comes from heredity. Right. So what is the assertion given here? In humans, if gene B is responsible for black eyes, okay, and gene B is responsible for brown eyes. So we have two questions or two sets, that is black eye, okay, black eyes, where it is represented by capital letter B, and then we have brown eyes, okay, brown eyes, it is represented by the letter small b. Then the color of eyes of the progeny having gene combination capital B, small b, small b, small b, or capital B will be black only. If it is small b, then of course it will be, it will be small b. If it is small b, then it is brown eyes. Okay. So black eyes, there are two possibilities for black eyes, that is capital B or capital B, small b. Okay. For brown eyes, it is the only small b, small b. Okay. So that statement is wrong. Okay. The next one, the black color of the eyes is dominant trait. Yeah. The black color is the dominant trait, right? So black, we could say that it is the dominant trait. So what is the answer here? A is wrong and R is true. Okay, A is false. A is false. R is true. Okay, so that is also an easy question. So next question. Next question. Okay, the inner wall of the small intestine have finger-like projections called villi, which are rich in blood. Then next you see these villi are large surface area to help the small intestine in the completing the digestion of food. Okay, is this correct? Is this correct? What is the question given here? The inner walls of the small intestine have finger-like projections. You know that there is a finger-like projections, right? What is the finger-like projections called? The finger-like projections is called villi. So what is the function of villi? The function of villi is to reabsorb the food, right? Reabsorption. For the reabsorption, you know the finger-like projections, how it would be? It would be like this. Okay. To maximize the surface area and then to maximize the surface area and then to reabsorb, right? So that is the question, that is the question here. So what is the answer for this question? Give me an answer for this question. Okay, Nihal, you are telling for this answer A is true and R is false. A is true and R is false. For maximum absorption of food. Very good, very good. Okay. So it is for the maximum absorption of food. Okay. So what is the answer here? Yeah, A is true and R is false. Okay. Villi is actually for the maximum absorption. Okay. Maximum absorption of what? That is to absorb food and to give that food to different cells, okay, to each and every cell of the body. It is to transport each and every cell of the body. Yeah, fine. So that is the correct answer for this question. That A is true and R is false. Okay. Then next question. This is very easy question. Let me see who is giving the answer at first. Okay. So Nihal is Jerome. Then someone is who is the 3J vlogs? I don't know who is 3J vlogs, but you can give the answer. Okay. Fine. So what is the question here? It is a 2-mark question. So we have completed almost of the full set of MCQs in 2023. Okay. Okay, so fine. So next, what is the question? The part of the brain which is responsible for following actions. It is a sure question, my dears. In every question paper, you can find this question. Okay. So it's every question. There is no option for this. You have to study. Either it will be coming for 2 mark or 1 mark, or you can say 3 mark or 4 mark or 5 mark? Any point you can find this question. Okay, so you have to study, you have to think about this. Okay, so what is the first question? Maintaining the posture and balance. Yeah, I am standing straight in front of you, right? And this posture, is due to, and this maintenance of this posture, and I am standing in front of you and I'm taking the class. That is a balance actually, right? So posture and balance, it is actually done with the help of, you know that answer. Okay, this with the help of, yeah, it is cerebellum, right? It is by, I don't want to write it. So just think about it. Okay, it is by cerebellum. Okay, then second one, beating of heart, beating of heart, beating of heart. It is by, it is what part helps in beating of heart? Yeah, cerebellum. Okay, fine. First answer is cerebellum. Then thinking part, you know that is thinking part, it is by forebrain. Okay, thinking part is by forebrain. Thinking part is by forebrain. Yeah. Beating of the heart and blood pressure. It is done with the help, or with which part of the brain helps that? Which part of the brain helps that? Medulla helps in that. Okay, which part? Yeah, medulla helps in the beating of heart and blood pressure. Okay, so repeat it with me. Once again, we'll study this. The first one, it is maintaining posture and balance. It is done by cerebellum. Okay, then second one, the second one, beating of heart. It is done by the next part, that is the part is medulla. Okay, then third part, it is thinking part. Thinking, we are thinking from this side, right? You will put your finger like this, right? So it is from the forebrain. Okay, it is by the forebrain, and then the forebrain, particularly, we could say that it is cerebrum. Okay, and then fourth one, last one, blood pressure, BP. Okay, teacher will, okay, fine. Sometimes also will be getting high BP, right? Okay, so why it is? Because which part of the brain is actually controlling the blood pressure? Blood pressure is controlled by, blood pressure is controlled by medulla. Will you remember this? Will you remember this? Okay, Jerome, medulla is enough. Okay, medulla oblongata, fine. Anyway, okay, fine. So this is another important question. It's about saying about trophism, right? So trophism, fine. You know the trophism, right? Just now we have discussed it about trophism, right? So what are the different trophism? Yeah, it is phototrophism. Then we have chemotrophism. Then we have hydrotrophism. We have geotrophism. Okay. Last, before the towards the first side, we have discussed about that. Here, what is the question? Where are auxin synthesized in plant? Where is auxin synthesized in plants? Auxin, which helps in the growth of the plant, which helps in the plant to move towards the phototrophic moment, right? So auxin is synthesized at the tip of the plant. Okay, where it is synthesized? It is synthesized in the tip of the plant. Okay, meristematic tips of the plant, right? Okay, so fine, next question. Which organ of the plant show positive phototrophism? Okay, which part of the plant shows positive phototrophism? Yes. Yeah, give the answer. Yeah. So positive phototrophism. What is positive phototrophism? The part which shows the positive response. Okay, towards the response, towards the stimuli, not response, towards the part of the plant which shows towards the movement or trophism. Okay, so here phototrophism. Photo means light. What is the stimuli? Light is the stimuli. If the part of the plant which shows growth towards the light is called for positive phototrophism, and positive phototrophism is actually exhibited by the shoot of the plant. Okay, shoot of the plant, not root. It is by shoot of the plant. Okay, then next question, negative geotrophism. So here one, if it is positive, okay, positive phototrophism is by, okay, is by shoot, right? Then which part will show the negative phototrophism? Okay, which part will show the negative phototrophism? It is root. Okay, then next question, see, negative geotrophism. Okay, so we can say there will be some positive geotrophism also, right? Positive geotrophism. Okay, positive geotrophism is actually exhibited by root, and negative geotrophism. Okay, negative geotrophism is by which part? Is by shoot. Okay, negatively geotrophic. Which part is negatively geotrophic? It is shoot. Okay, then positive hydrotrophism. Which part is positive hydrotrophism? Positive hydrotrophism. Okay, roots of the plant towards the water is positive hydrotrophism. Okay, so again we have positive hydrotrophism. Okay, positive hydrotrophism. Okay, it is exhibited by root. Okay, and negative hydrotrophism. Okay, it is by shoot. Okay, it is by shoot. So in this you have to learn about what is phototrophism. So first you have to learn about what is trophism. Then you have to learn about what are the different types of trophism. It includes phototrophism, geotrophism, chemotrophism, and then hydrotrophism. Okay, so four different type of trophism is there. Among that you have to study, understand about positive trophism and negative trophism. Okay, sure question. There is no what we can say. Yeah, there is no by chance. Okay, it will come for the examination in any of the parts. Thoroughly you have to make sure that you are going across these different parts. Okay, so positive hydrotrophism we have mentioned, where positive hydrotrophism is exhibited, it is by root. Okay, so next, write one specific function of each of the following. Okay, so what is the question given here? What is the question given here? One particular function you have to give about. This is all about excretory system, right? You understood that is excretory system. So our excretory system is actually composed of what are the different parts of excretory system? Yeah, kidney is there, ureter is there, then urethra is there. Okay, urinary bladder is there, then urethra is there. Okay, and the blood which is entering into the kidney and blood which is moving out of the kidney. Okay, so these are the different parts of what excretory system. So what is the question given here? What is the one specific function of renal artery? What is the one function of renal artery? Renal artery. Okay, what is the function of renal artery? Renal artery is the artery which contains or which carries blood in kidney. Okay, so next urethra. Urethra, what is the role of urethra? It is the tubular part which from urinary blood, okay, which takes the urine out of the body. Okay, then glomerulus. What is the glomerulus? They are the small capillaries present inside the nephron. Okay, from where the blood moves and a filtrate is formed. The filtrate is then collected in Bowman's capsule. Okay, then next one, what is next? Tubular part of nephron. You know what the importance of tubular part of nephron. Okay, tubular part of nephron. What is reabsorption? Secretion is done in, okay, done in done in tubular part of nephron. Okay, concentration of urine. It takes place in tubular part of nephron. Okay, is it clear? Yeah. Jerome, you are telling the correct answer. Tuft of capillaries. Glomerulus is the tuft. Okay, tuft of or capillaries. Okay, fine. Jerome, you are saying collecting duct. Okay, why you are saying about collecting duct? Okay, so fine. Okay, so that is the, yeah, Polsar's funds are there. Okay, fine. I'll also say hi to Polsar. He's our sir, right? Fine. Okay, so next, what is the next question? Okay, read the question. Read the question. Two green plants are kept separately in oxygen-free containers. One in dark and other in sunlight. Okay, one is kept in dark and the other one is in sunlight. It was observed that plant kept in dark could not survive longer. Give the reason for this observation. Okay, what would be the observation? What would be the observation for this question? Okay, so you know, two green plants is taken and it is taken kept separately in oxygen free containers. Okay, then one in dark and it is given or it is kept in dark and the other one is kept in sunlight. Okay, so the dark or the container which is present, which was kept inside the dark, it doesn't survive longer, but which was kept in sunlight, it was survived. Okay, what is the reason for that? This experiment, this is an experiment, right? So where this experiment is telling like Sunlight is essential for the process of photosynthesis. If photosynthesis is taking place, what happens? What happens if carbon dioxide is present? Automatically, what happens? Okay, carbon dioxide. What is the condition here? Plant. For let's say plant A, container A. Here plant is A. Then oxygen free. Let's say that is carbon dioxide is present and sunlight is given. Okay, sunlight is given. So if that, you know that plant is green in color, right? So for photosynthesis, for the process of photosynthesis, you know these are the essential requirements. It is satisfied. Okay, so let's say plant B or container B where it has plant, okay, where it has carbon dioxide, but there is no sunlight. Okay, there is no sunlight. If there is no sunlight means there is no chance of photosynthesis. If there is no chance of photosynthesis means the plant could not survive longer. Okay, yeah, photosynthesis does not occur. Fine. So understood? That is an easy question where you can score 2 out of. Okay, so next question. Use of several pesticides result in excessive accumulation of pesticides in rivers or pond is a matter of deep concern. Justify the statement. Okay, justify the statement. What process is actually this? What process is actually this? This process is known as biomagnification. What is the process known as? The process is known as biomagnification. Okay, in the fields, in when the plants are cultivated, what the use of pesticides and the chemicals is increased, and it is then going to the different sources of river where it gets accumulated and it is taken by the next trophic level, that is by the plants and aquatic organisms which is present inside the water. Then it moves to the next trophic level, it accumulates in the next trophic level, and that leads to the process called what? Biological magnification, biomagnification. Both are correct. Okay. So is it clear for you? Is it clear? Okay, so we have little more questions. Okay, so you have to keep in mind about every questions and answers that we have discussed. Okay, so you have to stay focused on different chapters. We have covered the MCQs and the 2 mark question. So next, until we met next time, bye bye, take care, and all the very best for your examination. You have to concentrate first for the English exams, then you have to concentrate for the bio exam, not bio, science exam. Okay, when it comes to the science, it is always biology in my heart. That's why I told you. But okay, if you could score 30 on 30 for bio, it's easy for you to get a good score. That's about 90 percentage. Okay, so I wish you all the very best to my all little. Okay, stay happy, stay focused, and stay blessed. Until we meet again, bye bye. Take care.